Well, good evening. If you would come in and take your seats, you can grab a seat. Welcome to the State of the Township Address, and it's a great privilege to have you here at Woodside Bible Church. My name is Jim. I'm the pastor here at Woodside Bible Church in Lake Orion, and it's a great privilege for us anytime we can to serve the community, whether that's partnering with food distribution on Monday mornings with the township or helping with needs in the community or just things like this, open up our building. So we are so glad that you are here, and we hope you feel welcome here. We are going to just, in a moment here, start. But before we do, I'd ask you if you're physically able to rise to your feet. I'm going to open up in a word of prayer, and then Megan McWethy is going to come and still sing the Star-Spangled Banner. So after we're done praying, you can make your attention or face your attention to the flag as she comes and sings. So if you would, bow your heads and pray with me as we open up their time together tonight. God, thank you for today. Thank you for all the things that you bless us with. Thank you for this community, amazing community of people that genuinely cares and loves one another. And God, we ask that you would just bless this evening. Thanks for the leadership of this community. Thank you for all the people that are represented here. And we ask that you'd be with us as we gather together. And God, thank you for the great freedom we have in this country. And bless our time together. In Jesus' name, amen. Megan, would you come?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hey,
Hey, Chris.
LT, how are you today?
Great. Why are you crying? What's got you so upset today?
I don't know. Just everything. The day, the week, I don't even know. The emails, I haven't touched emails from last week. Lawsuits, resident complaints, not to mention voicemails, text messages, and I haven't even cracked what I was supposed to be doing 3 days ago. I am just over it.
Well, I can see you're having a difficult time today, and I can almost feel your anxiety, but we have a 4 o'clock today with the library.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't have time for the library right now.
Hey guys, how's it going today?
Ashley, how are you?
Hi, good to see you
excited
too.
about meeting about the library.
I overheard some of the stuff you were saying. You feel overworked?
I shouldn't vent. I just, some days just feel like if I was treading water, I'd be happy. I'm underwater, and this just seems to be one of those months. So
I get it. I've been so busy lately with Battle of the Books and Makerspace appointments. I feel like there's not enough hours to get everything done to do all the cool stuff that we can do at the library. It's just so busy.
I get it. I haven't even touched the fun stuff yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want, I have a book for you that might help a little bit.
A book? What kind of book? A self-help book?
No, it's Peter Pan.
Peter Pan?
Yeah, yes. It's about finding your happiness.
Yeah, I've seen the movie, but yeah, so, You think I should read this?
When you get a chance, when you have a free minute.
Okay, yeah. I'll read that when I have a free minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whenever you
absolutely.
have a chance.
Well, that's great. Thanks for coming in, and you know, I'd love to talk more about the library, but can we pick a time later next week?
Yeah, I was so busy. We understand.
I can't. Peter Pan.
Hello, Chris.
Is this a dream?
No, this is not a dream. We've heard you've had some trouble lately.
We're going to show you how to choose adventure.
I just want to be able to do my job as the township supervisor and enjoy everything in our amazing community.
You can.
It just takes a little faith.
Trust. And dragon dust.
Come with us. Just think a happy thought.
Wow. Fresh air. Feels so good to just finally be out of the office.
You just need to think a happy thought.
I don't know. I think this is going to need more than just a happy thought.
Bravo, Chris.
Aquatic Supervisor David? Are you a merman?
He is a ruler of all of the water in Township, even the water fountain.
No, not the water fountain. Sore subject. Anyways, Chris, I hear you're looking for your happy thought. When I need a happy thought, I just think about all things swimming. Triathlon, aqua fit classes, even training my lifeguards.
And that's why you're so great at your job, man. I mean, merman.
I know you'll find your happy thought, Chris. Like an old friend of mine said, just keep swimming.
Hi, Chris.
The Lost Board. What are you guys doing here?
I hear you're struggling to find your happy thought, Chris.
I am. I'm just really struggling. I don't know what to do. I can't break out of it. What do you guys do when you're struggling?
Have you thought about going to a concert at Wildwood? Or maybe going sledding at Jesse Decker Park?
Those are all great ideas. But where's the treasurer?
Did someone say treasure?
Kim. What? Is that you?
It is me, Chris. How are you?
It looks like you found a new career.
I did indeed. It's good to see you. But I've heard that you're having a hard time finding your happy thought.
I am. I just can't seem to break out of this.
I have just the thing for you.
What is this?
You'll see.
I don't know. Trying everything, I can't get there. Nothing's working. It's never gonna work.
Don't worry. I know just a place. Come on. All right. It's time for you to find your happy thought.
Choose adventure.
It really is.
To live where life is a vacation would be the greatest adventure.
The second star to the right shines in the night for you, to tell you that the dreams you plan really can come true. The second star to the right shines with a light so red, and if it's Neverland you need, this life will lead you there.
Welcome, friends, to the 2025 State of the Township. You know, we are so blessed, and it is my distinct pleasure. By the way, 2 questions. Who had me coming out as Peter Pan tonight? Lake Orion boys. And also, who thought I could have ziplined from there to here? Because I did, and we had the stuff, but guess who vetoed me? The fire chief. Here we are. You know, first of all, thank you to Woodside and Kylie for the amazing intro and the amazing hosts that they are, partners they are with us. Let's give them a round of applause. So if you've been here before, you know what you're in for. You're in for a lot of great news and a heavy dose of bad acting. Every year for the last 12 years, which is hard to believe, I had the distinct privilege of delivering this message to our community, sharing our ups and downs, and sharing our continued plan for success. And we always have a lot of fun picking the theme, as you can tell this year. And when you live in a vacation town, a place known for vacations, with 42 lakes, 30% of our property is designated for recreation, 70 miles of trails, and a thriving local economy, you can guess there's lots of possibilities. But this year is extra special to me because it hits close to my home. And I want to start by thanking my adventurers, my tribe, my family. See, if you know the Barnett family, you know adventure is in our DNA. To quote Helen Keller, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. When you try new things, you learn about yourself. For example, I recently became, this is true, the belly flop champion of the Caribbean. And based on my acting in that opening video, you can see I'm still embracing that title. So family has really taught me the importance of adventure. And I want to give a very special shout out right now to my crew who's streaming live. They were texting me backstage in Nashville. They're in Nashville right now, my entire family. And I want to also give you some breaking news that I just recently found out that I'm going to be a grandpa. And you can see by the look on Rachel and Noah's face, they are equally surprised and excited. And this message is especially personal for me this year because of the person who instilled adventure in me, our mom. I get the privilege tonight to share what we've been up to and what we're working on, but this year there's actually a real takeaway, and I'm hopeful that each of you catch it. I'm going to challenge you before we leave tonight. You know, living in this community is a privilege that many of us often take for granted. It's been a really tough year and a time of much reflection, but in my life, when things have gotten difficult, it's the adventures that have brought me back into the light. And I think that's true for this community as well. On October 16th, I lost my hero and my biggest fan. Mom taught us 3 things: love Jesus, love others, and always choose adventure. I want to give a special shout out to my family. My stepdad John is here, my grandma, my aunts and uncles, my siblings. But that is our motto. If you know the Barnetts, our motto. And as a Father's Day surprise gift from my daughters, I got my one and only tattoo right here. Choose adventure. So Mom, this one is for you, but it's also very fitting for everyone who calls Orion their home. After all, we live in a place where living is a vacation and where many have sought adventure for more than a century. After we settled on our theme, we started doing some digging, and it became very evident that it's really in our DNA. It's who we are in Orion. We have a long line of adventurers, from Amelia Earhart, who flew her experimental airplane here at Wildwood Farm in 1929, not far from where we're sitting tonight, at the request of William Scripps, to Drew Feustel, who flew 3 space missions, Lake Orion alum and grad, for NASA and served on the International Space Station. To also Jimmy Hoffa. He was an adventurer. He left his home here on Square Lake in Orion on July 30th, 1975, headed to Machus Red Fox. Well, we think he's still on adventure today. Jeff Heath, undrafted free agent, all-around good guy at Lake Orion High School, went to Saginaw Valley, made it to the Dallas Cowboys in 2013, and led an illustrious career in the NFL. And Della Woods, our very own drag racing Hall of Famer, lives on Bellevue Island, the first female drag racer to make it to the NHRA semifinals, and she held that record for 22 years. And Dan the man, where's Dan? Dan's probably here tonight. Is he in shorts? There he is. If you don't know Dan, then you don't live in Orion. He's the original Forrest Gump. The guy runs everywhere in shorts. He's completed, get this, 80 marathons, 40 Detroit marathons. And more importantly, he's delivered over 30,000 cups of coffee to cancer patients all across our region for the last 15 years. Thank you, Dan. I'm going to end our list of adventures. We're just scratching the surface on a local legend. I think she's here tonight, and we haven't seen her for some time. Joanne Van Tassel. Where's Joanne? There she is. So good to see you, Joanne. Joanne has literally held every role you can hold in the township, in the village. She has served our community in every volunteer role for over 40 years. She's a trailblazer who has trails named after her. You'll hear a little bit more about that on your summer adventure list. So as you can clearly see, adventure is in our DNA. I'd like to briefly recognize the team that's leading our adventure here today in Orion. First and foremost, your amazing Board of Trustees. I'd like to welcome 3 brand new board members, Carrie Hilgendorf, Jack Lovett, and John Carson. And then welcome again, returning longtime member Mike Flood, and my other full-time electeds, Matt Pfeiffer, our treasurer, and Julia Dalrymple, our clerk. And then our team. You know, we get recognized all the time for the great work we're doing, and I hope I always remember first that it's them who deserve the credit. This amazing team are renowned for providing the best service in local government. It's in our DNA, it's what we do. And a special shout out to the team in my inner office. We call them the super team. I call them the super team. They are simply super. And they have helped us put this night together. And then our youth. Really excited to announce that we are in our 2nd year back with our Youth Advisory Council. This amazing, dynamic group of young people are changing our community. They're holding another senior event this Sunday, May 4th, where they will be again helping seniors in our community that need help with a little extra hand around their homes. And then I want to welcome our neighbors, our colleagues, and other electeds. There are many of you, and too many to list, and some of you I hope will still answer my calls after the end of this program tonight. Because if there's one thing that can be said about Orion, we choose adventure and we have fun. So, as always, don't take it from me. Let's take to the streets and see what our residents say about choosing adventure. Adventure. That is our theme, 2025, with so many places in our community to choose adventure. From our 42 lakes, 70-plus miles of trails, parks on parks on parks, and more parks. We're choosing adventure this year, and we're better to find out what our residents think than the Great Lakes Athletic Club. So come with me and let's see how they're choosing adventure. This summer, in Orion Township, what would you tell the whole world? What adventures should they do in Orion Township?
Probably go camping. Swimming.
Well, I know Luca likes to get outside, so anything sports related or outside with the outdoors, we always love that. So we go to Orion Oaks Park a lot. Maybe we ride bikes, something like that. So.
Orion Oaks Park. Do you guys have a dog?
Yeah, we got a dog.
All right, what's the dog's name?
One's Bailey and one's Charlie.
Do they like to go to the dog park?
Yep.
Do you choose adventure?
I would say I choose adventure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you're in Orion. You got friends coming in town. They've never been here, and you're going to take them someplace on the weekend to say, hey, this is what's up here. This is how we adventure. Where are you going?
I would go to the Pollyant Trail.
Oh, Pollyant
where
Trail's
it's really good for running. I like going on runs there.
All right, and?
Taking them to Friendship Park. They got the pickleball course. They got all the trails in the Friendship Park trails. You can bike down them, run down them, a bunch of different options.
Probably Camp Agawam or Great Lakes Athletic Club.
Talk to me more. Tell me more. Why Camp Agawam?
Because of there's like a disc golf thing, a park, a lake, and you can go camping, and there's trails that you can walk on.
David, what do you do for a living?
I'm the aquatic supervisor over at Orion Township.
So your job is to keep all of our adventurers safe.
That is correct.
All right, so when I say this word to you, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Adventure.
Water.
That's, hey, right on brand, aquatic supervisor. What's your favorite thing about Orion Township?
That's a hard question.
I know.
Everything's actually great. I don't think I can choose.
So there's adventure everywhere around us?
Yeah.
When I say the word adventure, what's the first thing you guys think of? Dad first.
Man, a great experience. Something new.
Adventure.
Something.
But Lauren, it looks like you're choosing adventure right now. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of the word adventure?
Fun memories with family.
All right, and you live in Orion?
I do.
What is your favorite thing? Someone's not from this area and they want to have an adventurous weekend. Where are you sending them?
I mean, there's so much good hiking. Independence Oaks, Camp Agawam. There's a great dog park if you have a dog, a wonderful lake there. There's so many lakes, Deer Lake, around the area. So there's a lot of outdoor stuff.
So for you, when I say the word adventure, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Just trying new things, something outside your comfort zone, you know. Well, honestly, I mean, I just go here all the time, you know. Downtown, it's always fun to walk around, got a lot of stuff there, you know. And just the people, I know it's not really an attraction, but just the people, they're all super nice, so.
There you go. Braylon, you can find Braylon catching adventure at the club, downtown, or people watching. So you're the big sister, and you get to take your sisters on the weekend on an adventure, any place you want. Where are you going to take your sisters to?
Park.
Why?
Because it's just fun to go play on like swings or like slides.
You know, I would say, honestly, Camp Agawam is a hidden gem, in my opinion. Honestly, it's drop-dead gorgeous there. I mean, it's calm, quiet, it's got nature. It really gives you the up-north vibes that Orion Township's really trying to go for.
All right, Lauren, you have kids?
3 boys.
And if they get to pick what they do on the weekend, what are they picking to do for adventure in Orion?
Hiking. Hiking Pollyant Trail, biking Pollyant Trail, going to the lake if it's warm enough. That's what they want to do.
Name the adventure, the fictional or real person that the other person reminds you of most. Who's going first?
I would say Zach's a big Percy Jackson guy.
All right, she's going to Spain tomorrow, big on adventure, so I'm gonna say Dora the Explorer.
Oh, well done. Going to Spain, all right, safe travels. Come back to Orion. Guys, Orion Township, where living is a?
Vacation.
Vacation.
Wow, you almost missed that. You guys have been here in real life. All right, awesome job. Thank you. All right. So, do we agree? And by the way, feels better. Clearly, that was an offensive foul on Braylon. And they didn't show the clip where I dunked on him, but that's okay. Look, people are happy to be here. It's clear. And we received all A's again and ranked one of the best places to live, send your kids to school, and be safe by niche. And speaking of our award-winning schools, let's take a listen to hear what they're working on right now.
I'm Heidi Mercer, proud superintendent of Lake Orion Community Schools. Every day in school is an adventure, just like Candyland. Fun fact, Candyland was created by a retired school teacher, Eleanor Abbott, in 1948 to teach children lessons of perseverance, patience, and learning from setbacks. We have a very similar mission here at Lake Orion Community Schools as we strive to empower the Dragon community to achieve excellence. From the time our students board a bus or get dropped off for school, they navigate a twisting path of classes, lunch, and enrichment options through the end of each day. Their daily adventures are colorful and unique, mostly filled with opportunities for learning and collaboration, but also sometimes a distraction or surprise that creates a challenge, like molasses swamp. Every staff member in the district is dedicated to helping students navigate this journey by supporting their academic and social emotional needs, with the goal that each day students experience joy and success, similar to reaching Candy Castle in the game. Over 6,500 students are enrolled in LOCS and are supported by over 1,000 staff members. We have a 98.5% graduation rate and consistently rank far above state averages for student achievement. We've had a wonderful 24-25 school year with state champion athletes, artists, and marching band members, as well as award-winning staff. Our annual operating budget is approximately $104 million, and the 2018 bond allowed the district to address $160 million of building, technology, and safety needs, while continuing to offer expansive academic programming. We are incredibly proud of our continued partnerships with parents, community members, local businesses, and municipalities. We look forward to continued adventures in school and working together to ensure the success of our Dragons. Now, if you'll excuse me, my sweet tooth is calling. I have to go check out Lollipop Woods and Gumdrop Mountains.
And there, let's give it up for LOCS. The other top reason people love it here is because it's a safe community. Our police. We are still the safest community in the entire state of Michigan with a population of more than 25,000. Not only do they keep us safe, but they are constantly and consistently giving away their time and treasure to our residents. Our force is now led by Lieutenant Keith Weir. Keith, are you here tonight? If you dare to, there he is. Great actor, by the way. And we want to thank the men and women of the Sheriff's Office for their continued service. By the way, we're the longest standing contract of the Oakland County Sheriff's Office, 70 years. And fire. Another record-breaking year, and we don't like these records when it comes to police and fire, but we continue to grow our team of professional firefighters. On the screen, you'll see the list of the new folks who have recently joined our team, as well as another record year for calls for service. Our Orion Township Fire Department team is constantly serving the community. And as you probably saw when you walked in today, we just recently, last week, added a new fire truck to our arsenal. Yeah, people are excited. Uncle Mike likes the fire truck. And we've added a new tool as well. This is the time to take out your cell phones, please. This is a great tool that we've launched to tell you what's going on, the important events and alerts that happen in our community. It's free, and we deliver only emergency alerts to your phone. We will never spam you. Here are a couple recent messages that were delivered on this platform. You might not be able to see them, but having to do with things that are happening in the community, and you can get the truth here as opposed to some other sources you might be used to checking in the chat room. And on our service front, we've added a brand new service in our clerk's office, passports. Now you can get your passports right here in Township Hall by our clerk's team, saving time and receiving that best in local government service. And backed by popular demand, our free boat shrink wrap recycling service. Last year, our program saved 688 gallons of oil and diverted more than 1,000 cubic feet that would have gone to our landfill. Now, this idea was born from resident feedback on how we can improve our community and be better consumers and recyclers. And to Orion Township, resident feedback is crucial because we work for you. There are lots of ideas where we get that feedback in lots of places. And later this year, our biannual community survey is back. So we encourage you to take a look at that and respond because you set our agenda. Now, we're all familiar with artificial intelligence, or AI, becoming so prevalent in our daily life. So I figured I would take a spin and try my luck, see what kind of feedback I would get from there. So take a look.
I love being supervisor of Orion Township, especially when I have the world's greatest keyboard warriors on my side. What's up, chat room GPT?
What's up, Supervisor Chris Barnett?
So what do you think about the state of the township so far this year?
I think the state of the township is excellent, but why don't you ask me something you really want to know?
What does Supervisor Chris Barnett really need help with?
Thousands of results found.
Nah.
Like how to drive under the speed limit, like how to make a meeting on time, like fashion and dating advice.
Ooh.
Portion control, driving a boat.
No way.
How to compete with an overachieving excellent older brother.
No. Let me rephrase. Chat room GPT, what does Orion Township need help with?
Hundreds of results found. We have too many roundabouts. Why is traffic so bad on Lapeer Road? When is the garbage getting picked up? Why is my garbage bill wrong? When is the Chick-fil-A coming? Are we getting a White Castle? When is Eva's finally going to be open?
Oh.
But Chatroom GPT would like to circle back on more things that Supervisor Barnett needs help with.
What?
Returning phone calls, getting to work on time, remembering your daughter's birthdays, finally calling your grandmother back.
No. Shh. No.
Remembering your grandmother's birthday.
All right, Grandma, have I ever missed your birthday? No, I don't miss my grandma's birthday. Maybe we won't try much work with AI, and thanks Charles Barkley, if you saw that commercial, we borrowed that. But another place we derive and receive feedback from is our social media channels and some other ones. So let's just see what AI says about that. We put in ChatGPT, tell us about the Lake Orion chat room, and here's what it said exactly. Lake Orion Chat Room is a vibrant online community where residents and those connected to Lake Orion, Michigan gather to share information, ask questions, and connect with their neighbors. It's a place to find helpful advice, engage in friendly banter, and stay informed about what's happening in the area. Does that seem like a friendly banter? I don't know. I don't know what chat room they're telling us about. And I really wish it was all friendly. Not so long ago, I became a victim to some of this friendly banter. Check this out. So maybe I do deserve the friendly banter. And with over 15 million views of that video on every platform imaginable, I've gotten lots of advice from all over the world, including some mayor friends around the country that saw that and sent it to me and said, this isn't you, is it? And I said, of course not. But basically, to boil down, the advice I got was, you just want to take your boat out before the lake freezes over. But let's take a look at some other helpful advice from our favorite chat room. The roads. The roads are the worst ever in Orion. Oxford's getting a White Castle. Oh no. Why did Eva's close? When is Eva's opening? The post office, again. Why isn't my garbage getting picked up? But there are some good dragon accomplishments out there. Cats are being reunited with owners. Some amazing wildlife sightings. We've had 2 bald eagle sightings just this week. Recognition of some legendary citizens. One we just recently lost, Ron Leonard, who owned Leonard Car Sales on Baldwin Road. And sharing of our cool history. But I wonder if there's actually a better way to use these tools. Who's been frustrated? Who's contributed to the frustration? Me too. All right, stay tuned. But first, the best way to seek adventure in Orion is an easy answer. It's our parks. And last year was an absolute banner year in parks. setting records in every category we track: attendance, rentals, league participation, and more. Simply put, it's one of the main reasons people choose to live here, and we are listening, and we continue to make it our primary focus. And most of us are excited about it. All right, team, who's excited today? This is the day we've been waiting for. We're bringing a little more vacation to Orion Township on the corner of Baldwin and Pasadena. I am so excited, and aren't you guys excited? We've got benches to build. We've got pathways to pour. We have tons of beautiful flowers to install. This is our day. This is the day we bring more vacation to Orion Township. Maria, let's post about this.
Okay.
Yeah, because nothing says dream parks like freshly paved walkways and a bunch of benches. You know what they say, benches are the true heroes of every community.
Precisely. It's the little things that make a difference. The benches are the heart of the park, and we are their heart surgeons. Hey, Chelsea.
Hi. Chris, I hate to be a downer, but I was just looking at our budget line, and I don't think we can do this. Do we really have enough funding to do all these park upgrades? I don't think we can afford this.
Excuse me, Chelsea? Cuts? Cuts? We cannot not afford this. Our residents deserve and require the best. We need to provide our residents with opportunities for adventure. In Orion, we choose adventure. We choose parks that look like rakes. Our residents deserve this. They need this. We give this to them.
I don't get it, but I think I agree.
So let's go, team. I can feel you're with me. Let's go. It's time to put Orion Township's Park and Recreation as the best parks and recreation in the world. We're going to build this park. We choose adventure. We're bringing adventure to here. Who's with me? Let's go! Woohoo!
Typical Barnett fashion, 20 minutes and he's still not here. I say we get out of here, hit the links.
All right, team, volunteers, today is our day, our divine destiny. We were born for this. This is the reason people are excited to pay taxes. We are bringing adventure to Orion. This is the reason why living is a vacation in Orion. We have a park to build. Who's excited? I can sense you're all even more excited than I am today.
Yep, because there's no better place to be on a Saturday, working out in this hot sun, installing benches that no one will ever appreciate.
You're wrong. Can't you see? Every passerby, every child, every grandparent, these benches will be the fabric of our community that brings this park together. These benches are the true heroes of this park.
I'm just here to supervise the supervisors and eat some snacks.
Where's the bacon?
That's the spirit. I'm glad to see everyone's on board. We're not just building this park, we're building a legacy. This is a place where people will come for decades and eons to plant children and families right here in our park.
I don't know, are you sure we can afford this? I mean, this is a lot of benches. Are we really making an impact?
Of course we can. And don't forget, every bench, everything we're doing here is a part of this fabric that we're weaving our community together. This is where ideas will be born. This is where flowers will bloom. And thanks in part to America in Bloom and CN, we have the funding we need.
I'm just here for the snacks.
They promised us snacks. Let's go get some.
Who's with me?
I am.
All right. All right.
Park is nearly
None of us.
complete. Look at this. This
The
is
good news
incredible.
is none of.
This is what happens when we come together, when a vision is seen, when we weave the fabric together, when we choose adventure.
You know what? I can't believe he actually pulled this off. This park completely doesn't suck.
That's what we're talking about. And that's the attitude you guys all brought today. Positive for the residents. And to the residents of Orion Township, your parks are waiting. Choose adventure.
There we go. So, the good news is for Leslie Nope, she is not in danger of me taking her job. But we were trying to play on Parks and Rec there a little bit. But to talk a little bit about some of the amazing investments we're putting in place, that Pasadena Pocket Park is nearly complete. And we do want to thank our partnership with America in Bloom, a national organization who gave us a grant to help fund that. And also, we are hosting them, and we're hosting the nation this September for their national conference right here in our own community. So if there's ever a year to spruce up the front entrance to your community or your own yard, we're going to have folks from all over the country touring with us here in September. And obviously, the big news over the last year is the acquisition of the Great Lakes Athletic Club. With 1 year under our belt, we have started the renovations of our new community center. Phase 1 will be complete in May with brand new dedicated space for our seniors, childcare, multi-purpose rooms, and offices for Parks and Rec. Here's a look at some of the progress in these photos, but we plan to take occupancy of this section sometime in the month of May, very soon. We have other parks improvements that we're excited about as well. Right across the street at our municipal complex, we are planting a prairie. Yes, we are. Connor, our very own natural resources specialist, is leading that project to bring a natural prairie habitat right to our community, something that hasn't been done in this area that we know of. Camp Agawam is still a hidden gem. By show of hands, who has been to Camp Agawam? Who has not been to Camp Agawam? Let me answer that question. There's still some of you. You need to check it out. Acquired from the Boy Scouts almost 12 years ago now, the township has camping and playgrounds, disc golfing, fishing, the best probably swimming beach in northern Oakland County that's still generally a best kept secret, and hiking trails. And it has one of the coolest venues in all of Southeast Michigan, the Fire Bowl. Thanks to our partnership with the Friends of Tommy's Lake and Friends of Camp Agawam, nonprofits that started by the neighbors that live there, we will be adding a new stage to this amphitheater in the woods and further improvements. You can see on the screen what we're working on there. It's also a great place for your daughter to get married, where mine got married just a couple years ago, but an incredible venue. Stay tuned for more events out there. We're also continuing to beautify our parks and open spaces. I know we have friends from Auburn Hills here. And Auburn Hills recently launched their beautification awards for this year. And when we heard that, we decided we would enter. Orion Township should enter Auburn Hills contest. Rumor has it they've already declared us the winner. So thank you, Mayor Marzoff. Are you here tonight? There he is, yes. And the rest of council members, Hawkins, Ferguson, and Fletcher. By the way, that's a quorum, so you could just vote on it right now and we could settle it. We kid. Something else new that our amazing Parks team has recently launched, and you may have already caught this, is Wildlife Wednesdays. This is really awesome, and we are excited. Check this out.
Crikey! Just look at this magnificent ecosystem.
We're in the heart of Orion, where the wild things are.
It's a whole new world, mate, just waiting to be explored. Connor, come with me. Let's check out this beautiful environment.
Oh, crikey, mate! Crikey, mate!
What do we have here? What do we have here?
We have a temperate humpback gorilla, the rarest amphibian in all of Orion.
Oh,
look at it.
She's a beaut. Wow, look at that one. Look at. Are they venomous? Are they venomous?
No, but they have vicious claws.
Vicious claws and vicious tempers. Don't talk to them on Mondays.
Crikey, look at this.
Wow! Oh, what a beaut, mate!
It's the biggest one I've seen.
What are we looking at?
This here is a winged platypus.
Oh my goodness, I've only heard about these.
Yeah, they're known for laying eggs in people's gutters.
Oh, that happens in my house all the time.
Yeah, it's a common problem.
Crikey, crikey, what a beaut, eh?
Wow.
Right here in Orion Township. What is this?
Oh my goodness!
Oh, I know this one. This is extremely rare.
Wow!
Get a picture.
I've only seen one on TV.
They only travel in packs of 4 normally. So rare to see one. I think it's a ninja.
I think it has pizza.
Connor!
Oh,
What is this?
Crikey! That's a buck-toothed leather-tailed squirrel.
I've only read about them.
Be careful! They're aggressive! Oh!
Connor, take a look. Do you know what this is? You know what this means?
Oh, no.
It's close. It's close.
Oh, if it is what I think it is, then, we're in for a rough-smelling day.
What is it? What is it?
Oh, it could be a northern big bad wolf.
I've heard about that.
Yes, 98% of them are rabid and have terrible breath.
We must be so careful.
Oh! There it is! Get it!
Get it!
Look at the chopper!
Oh, the chopper's on this one. This is a wildcat from the parts of Oxford.
Oh,
These are
no.
nasty animals.
Highly invasive.
They bring terrible things to us in the South. Oh. Wow, look at the running shoes. This is a fast one. It's amazing we caught it. Crikey, don't get bit. Don't get bit. Incredible. Connor, thank you so much for showing us a little piece of Orion.
Yeah, there's always more to explore here in Orion.
There are so many opportunities for residents to choose adventure in Orion. Tune in every Wednesday to Wildlife Wednesdays on our Parks Facebook page. Choose adventure, Orion. Choose Orion.
Yeah, you got to watch out for those nasty wildcats. Yeah. Nasty wildcats from the north. Do we have any in here tonight? Quiet tonight. But please follow all our socials. That's something really neat we just started, Wildlife Wednesdays, and we're showing you all the great things that we're capturing here in our community. So as we shift and we move on to another area of focus for our team, it's our sustainability, our growth. And in every community, that's something that you have to always be focused on. So we have been extremely busy. Our planning and building department teams have been as busy as most in the entire Southeast Michigan region. We want to welcome all these new businesses you see on our screen and many more that we couldn't put up there. And we want to take a minute to recognize our largest employer, the big one, that's undergoing a huge expansion, General Motors, Orion Assembly. Our team, our entire board recently had the opportunity to tour the plant, and I think we walked 1.5 miles and saw a small percentage of it. But we want to welcome the GM team from the UAW 5960 today. We're joined by President Gerald Lang and Troy Hankey, the financial secretary, who are with us tonight. Where are you gentlemen at, I think, here today? Thank you. And this has truly been a labor of love for all of us, and we're excited for the continued growth of General Motors. And the railroad will run again. More to come on that later this year. Other exciting developments, we have residential and mixed-use developments popping up all over our corridor. And many of you are calling us, want to know what's going on in the community. So tonight we're launching our tool that I named called They Are Building What? Where? Tool. It's a trademark. This is our newly launched website. Just last week we launched our new website. And if you click on the department's link and then you click on current developments, I'm going to give you an example right now. And this beautiful map opens up. And for the sake of this example, I'm going to click right here in the middle on the Sunoco gas station on Joslin Road. And when you do that, you will be able to see on the left side of your screen exactly what is being proposed, where it is in the approval process, and other documents that may be of interest. So thank you to Tammy Gerling and our planning team. Yes, very cool. So you no longer have to go to that other page and ask your other neighbors where this is at. You can be the guru and go right to the source. This is a cool project. It's been in the work for several years, and you can see on the screen the current look and what it will be. And we want to thank the Keith Ford family for investing in our community. And last but not least, and I'm glad Joanne's here tonight, because Chick-fil-A, yes, it is coming. It actually is coming, for real. This year, we had a meeting with the developers yesterday. They're hoping to break ground soon, and that will be opening up on Baldwin Road, down near all of the commercial activity. So if you're a Chick-fil-A fan, hopefully we can scratch that itch by the end of this year. And our village is thriving as well. They're doing great things. And they are currently working on one of the most transformative projects in our entire region, truly, in recent history. And this is a cool one. So instead of you hearing it from me, I want you to hear it from my predecessor, someone that's a lot more serious in his presentation than me, Mr. Matt Gibb, our DDA director. So check this out.
The first rule of Fight Club is nobody talks about Fight Club.
Not the Fight Club. This is the DDA. Downtown Lake Orion.
The DDA, the first rule of the DDA is don't talk about the DDA.
The DDA? We're the DDA. This is not the Fight Club. We're downtown Lake Orion. We're going to talk about the DDA.
Well, what's up with the DDA?
DDA has tons of stuff going on. We've got the lumberyard project coming online. We got Mosheri building great stuff along the lake. We've got wonderful events. We got great shopping, dining. We've got it all.
Okay, I know it then. The first rule of the lumberyard, don't listen to the chat room.
Now that I can agree on.
Lumberyard's going to be bigger than Fight Club. It's going to be awesome. It's going to have a huge trailhead. It's going to have cool public spaces, markets. It's going to have food trucks and retail spots, a bike shop. It's even going to have a boutique hotel, man. I can't tell you how awesome it's going to be. Bigger than Fight Club.
Then I can get behind the rule of don't listen to the chat room.
Don't listen to the chat room.
All right. Matt and Janet, I think you're here tonight. Where are you guys at? Thank you for your efforts. There they are. This is an exciting project, and we're so excited about the growth, the sensible growth of our community. And we are excited about our neighbors and our partners too, because when Auburn Hills and Oxford and Independence win, we all win. But I want to shift gears a little bit and kind of wrap things up the next few minutes tonight with, kind of something that's a little more important, I think, to me. We cover the cursory stuff. Our community is safe. Our parks are thriving. We're growing sensibly. But I really feel personally compelled this week and tonight to really talk about maybe what's more important to us. I think as a community, we have the opportunity to do so much more. We could be keyboard warriors for good. Or better yet, we could leave our keyboards and actually hit the streets. So tonight we're launching what we're calling Love, Explore, Local. And I hope this catches on. I hope this becomes our community mantra. Maybe not just for this year, but for the foreseeable future. First, love. We're launching a love campaign, and we are looking for love stories, you lovers out there. And I'm going to share a couple of them with you right now to give you an idea of what we're looking for. First, our community foundation, our Orion Community Foundation. This has been a dream of mine since I took this position. We modeled it after the Auburn Hills Community Foundation. Thank you to City Manager Tom Tangi for his assistance. But this is an opportunity for us to raise funds and do good in our community. The Community Foundation focuses on 4 key pillars: community improvements, community partnerships, scholarships, and community events. I want to thank my fellow board members, Matt Pfeiffer, Julia Dalrymple, Jim Dalkey, who you heard from earlier, and Ryan Skelnick. So we're on a roll there. There'll be information when you leave here if you're interested in engaging with us and how we can continue continue the momentum we're on with the Community Foundation. And then kind of on a more somber note, as many of you recall, on November 19th, around 6:30, we all heard or felt something in our community. We were rocked by the explosion at the Keatington Newtown condos. While the immediate response was expected and did go as expected, with our first responders doing everything they could do to save life and property and truly doing miracles, it's what happens next that sets our community apart. And if you are from Orion, you are used to this and you know this. I was on the scene within just a couple minutes because I was leaving the office, and my phone was ringing off the hook. And it was with people that wanted to help. First, it was the people you'd expect: the Red Cross, Love in the Name of Christ, North Oakland Community Coalition, churches, then residents. Local businesses donated food. So much food we didn't know what to do with it. Clothes, and more clothes. Hotels opened their doors for displaced residents. I want to thank Spring Hill Suites and our new Hyatt House, who literally took my calls, and we were putting residents in those hotels, and they wouldn't take our money. True community partners. Churches did basically everything. One story stood out. Charlie Walter. This week, our team, by the way, miraculously, multiple buildings absolutely destroyed at 6:30 p.m. when people are coming home from work. Not one person lost their life. Charlie Walter, though, was the most severely injured. And when we sat down with him this week, he recalled crawling out of what was left of his apartment and being met and helped by a kind bystander who we later found out was an Amazon delivery driver. I reached out to this Amazon delivery driver and wanted him to come to a meeting so we could recognize him, and he said, "I don't want the recognition. I did what everyone would have done." Then Charlie praised the response of our professional firefighting team. He said because of their quick response, he did not lose his arms due to his burns. He is a longtime member of Great Lakes Athletic Club. And by the way, did I tell you he's in his 80s? Last month, just under 4 months after the explosion, and after spending months at the U of M burn unit in Ann Arbor, we got to witness this. Check this out.
Within 5 minutes, the fire people were there. And I looked at my hands. I started to touch it, and one of the guys, the paramedics, said, "Don't touch it." And he wrapped them like in something wet. And I could have lost my arm. Oh, it's like getting out of jail. There was one point where it was, I'd rather be dead. But I got over that pretty quick. I don't have good days and bad days. I try to have good days and better days.
Yeah. He's a remarkable person I've got to know a little bit. He credits his orneriness and his stubborn fight to survive, which got him back to his routine so quickly. He embodies a true adventurous spirit. And while in his own words, he'd prefer not to rely on others for any help at all, he expressed his sincere gratitude for everyone who helped him. I remember his son called me and we said, he was in Ann Arbor, and what can we do most for Charlie? What does he need? What can we help him with? And he wanted to check his messages. So we found him an iPad that was donated by someone in the community. We got it to him, and he still thanks our team for finding him an iPad so he could be connected because his phone was lost in the explosion. Said it before, our community knows how to love. And tonight, we're asking you to join us on this journey. The good can overcome the bad. The negativity that we hear about and we joke about, and I probably joke about it as much or more than anyone, but we can be different. We can drown it out with the good, the negativity that we are hit with every day when we open our computers and our phones. The second, and we're launching the love story thing. Tonight, you're going to get a handout. When you walk out of here, that's going to have a lot of great things for you to explore as adventurers this summer. On the other side, you're going to hear about our love story campaign, and I'm really asking you to engage with us. Find people that we can highlight. Let's let the good drown out the bad. The second pillar of our 3-pillar strategy is explore, and we are great at this. Check this out.
Mr. Bell, we're going on an adventure.
An adventure? I just want to stay here reading my paper.
Look at all these fun places we can go to.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. And that. Oh, wow, that's neat. We should go there. Wow, that's really cool.
Every great adventure ends with a story and a splash of color.
All right, thank you to Mackenzie, our HR director's beautiful daughter, and Bill Bassigow. Where's Bill? Our director of public services. He's the first person on our team that actually might be able to act. I take that back. Kurtek, our aquatic supervisor, pretty good as well. So we're going to hit you with this as you walk out the door, and put this on your refrigerator. If you're watching or streaming online, you can go to our website right now and download the link to this adventure list. Our team picked out some of the coolest things to check out this summer. And if you can check off every one of these things on the list this summer, A, you're going to have the best summer of your life in our community, and B, let us know because we'll have something special for you. I'm going to run through a few amazing things that you'll find on this list. First, Wildwood Amphitheater. It is rocking and rolling. It's the third largest outdoor amphitheater in our county, but it's the coolest. And we want to thank our team at Orion Events. I see them here. I saw them here someplace. There they are in the back. This is our we're going into our fifth year of partnership with them, and I've already seen the schedule. It is unbelievable. We'll have free concerts on Thursdays out there and other concerts and movies all throughout the summer, so check out their website, Orion.events. And also thank you to our partners at Johnny Black's who provide our food and beverages. And Bald Mountain, another hidden gem. It's amazing how many people in our community have never set foot in Bald Mountain. If you haven't, you know who you are. But there are so many things you can do there. Just a few of the things on the screen. One of the cool things that a lot of people don't know about is there's an RC plane runway right behind Township Hall called Skymasters. We took that picture just a couple weeks ago. Bald Mountain State Park, this year, just a couple months ago, made it to the Final Four of what the DNR called State Park Madness. We lost to Porcupine Mountains. I'm a little prickly about that still. Okay, seeing if anybody's awake. We wanted a recount. No. But Bald Mountain is an amazing gem, and we're grateful for the partnership of Adam Lepp and his team out there. And then Orion Oaks, one of the largest parks in Oakland County, calls its home right here in Orion Township, and the dogs love it. It's one of the largest dog parks in the entire state of Michigan, and it's right here. And thanks to the millage that passed through the county a couple years ago, it's free to everyone. That's something that people don't really know. We still have people coming to our treasurer's counter every week asking to buy those passes, and now you will not get a ticket when you take your dog there. It's free. We also have one of the top 10 themed playgrounds in Metro Detroit, our Playful Dragon. Check this out. And if you're there at night, this happens every night. He flies someplace to go home. And there's tons of events that you can get involved in this summer. I'm going to rapid fire them. Our annual community cleanup, our green up, happening April 25th. April 25th. If you like races, we have 3 on the screen. The Dragon Dash, Orion Veterans Memorial Day 5K and 5-mile run. Huge success. And backed by popular demand and for a second year and better than ever, our Dragon Trails Triathlon. Check these out. You can find information on all our socials and our parks page for these events. Our charity kickball tournament is back. Rumor has it Orion Township's going to win this year. Unfortunately, the community a little bit south and east of us has won the last couple years, but we're not talking about Rochester Hills anymore tonight. June 1st will be a great night, or great day, and we hope to see lots of community members out there. And then my happy place, the place that truly brings me joy, and the project that I've had the most fun and privilege to work on in my career here, the Miracle League. That special baseball field out at Friendship Park for our friends with special abilities. Their season starts on June 7th. They play every Saturday, triple headers. And if you go out there on a Saturday, I promise you, you will leave with a smile. We need volunteers as well, so check them out and check that out on our Facebook pages. And we just launched, because we're so cool, we have cool stickers commemorating all things Orion. So you can check those out at multiple locations, put them on your water bottles, brag with your friends, and if you can collect them all, Jenny from my office says you win a special prize as well. And then the last pillar that we're focusing on is local. Everything we do should support our community. And the group that does that the best, they set the bar so high, is our Orion Area Chamber of Commerce. 341 members strong, the strongest we've ever been. There's our chamber team over here, leading the applause. And I see you're sitting right next to Chase from the library. who I meant to shout out of that first video, so thank you. But the Chamber's got it going on. If you're not a member, you need to join. Tons of events. We had 100 events last year. And then a few other things, keeping it local, that you should have on your calendar. The art center's Dragon on the Lake, Flower and Art Fair in downtown our village, our fireworks on the lake, they'll be on Saturday, July 5th this year, and the famous Lake Orion Lions Jubilee, a fundraiser for good and a great carnival downtown. So as we wrap, and as you know from previous presentations by me, we do all these great things, but we have to keep the budget in mind. We want to keep your taxes low and your property values high. And that's been a high priority for this board and previous boards. I see some of my previous board members here as well, so thank you for those who have previously served. By the way, anybody that's previously served or is currently serving in Orion Township as an elected official, please stand for a moment. I'd like to recognize them. Or the village, or our village. I see Carl, or the village. Thank you. Thank you. But we're winning, you guys. And we recently had a, anybody watch Survivor? You've seen Survivor? So we had a version of this happen recently out at Camp Agawam, and unfortunately, the team that you won't see or won't even be mentioned is the team from Macomb. Is Frank here, Macomb Township Supervisor? There he is. Unfortunately, they didn't make it to this round we're going to watch right now. They were still struggling to understand what trees were, so they were voted off in the previous episode of this. But check out this episode of Survivor.
So today's competition wasn't just about building park benches. It's about something much greater than that. It's about fiscal responsibility. And this is an area that you know is so important to what we do. It's an area where most communities fail, but where Orion Township thrives. And today, you got a taste of what that's about. Carrie, you're one of the newest members of this tribe. What does it feel like to be part of a team that's so fiscally responsible, while so many others are struggling to balance their budgets, or in our case today, build that bench?
Well, I mean, it's incredible. I've been looking at the numbers, and it's clear that Orion Township really has its finances in order. I just hope I can help build that momentum.
Yeah. Momentum, Carrie, you're right. That is the key. But let's just see if that momentum can actually carry you into the next round. And Jack, you've been on Team Orion for years. You've seen how Orion has thrived while others like Auburn Hills and Team Rochester Hills have clearly struggled.
Excuse me? No, we're not.
Sit.
Oh.
It's not your time to talk.
Oh.
Let's not forget what happened to the palace. It could happen to you.
Rude.
Jack?
We've been able to strategically improve people's quality of life, maintain and improve infrastructure, all while not raising taxes.
Well, we've done that too.
Well, maybe not as good as Team Orion.
But boil it down, Jack. What is the secret?
Chris, it's really simple. We prioritize, we don't waste, and we make every dollar stretch as far as we can.
True. It's also about how we've been strategic with our long-term investments. We've put money into key projects that bring future returns, like parks, safety pass, the athletic club.
Strategic thinking makes sense. That's what keeps Orion ahead of the curve. Julia, you've been here for many of those tough decisions. What's the reality of living in a township that's so financially sound?
It's simple. We have a plan. If anything, other communities should be looking at us for guidance.
Well, Julia, that makes a lot of sense. Rochester Hills, Auburn Hills. Stop screwing around. Really, really. If anyone should be paying attention to this important conversation and could learn the most, it's probably you two. All right, now we've come to the most important moment of the night. The time where you will vote to see who will survive and thrive and who will be going home. It's time for you to vote.
I'm like so tired of all the drama. They think they're the best, but they literally do nothing. So, bye-bye.
I'm voting off Auburn Hills because their landfill smells really bad.
But just because I think they cheated, we're gonna go with Orion Township.
Rochester Hills. I don't understand their language. The heck is a venti anyway? Grande, is that a coffee?
I can't stand it here anymore because everyone thinks they're too good here. So I'm voting off ourselves, Rochester Hills.
I'm gonna vote off Rochester Hills because I don't really like their mayor. He's not funny.
I'm voting off Auburn Hills because they had a certain level of arrogance during the construction process of their bench, and it didn't even turn out that good.
You're just getting too strong in the group, and I don't want to see you go any further, so I'm voting off Orion Township.
All right, today I am voting off Rochester Hills because their bench was terrible, and I just didn't like it.
Okay, so today I'm voting off Auburn Hills because they got rid of the Palace of Auburn Hills. What else is there in Auburn Hills? I'll tell you nothing.
Today, I am voting off Orion because their side of Brown Road is getting a little too strong for my liking.
I honestly just don't want to be here anymore. So I'm gonna vote Rochester Hills. I'm out of here.
Let's tally the votes. Auburn Hills. Rochester Hills. Auburn Hills. Orion. Rochester Hills. Rochester Hills. Auburn Hills. Orion. Rochester Hills. And with the final vote, in a weird twist of fate, we have a tie. Final vote is Rochester Hills. Auburn Hills and Rochester Hills, please bring me your torches. The tribe has spoken.
All right, hey, that actually really happened. Listen, friends, it's the most important job that we have. It's the reason you hire us, the reason you hire the 7 of us to lead this community, is our fiscal stability. And as you can see on the screen, this is always the best for last because we're doing all these great things and we continue to lead with strength and stability. For over a decade, we've maintained the highest possible financial rating, which is a direct reflection of our sound fiscal policies and disciplined financial management. These top-tier marks awarded by independent experts who evaluate municipal performance across our entire state confirm what we already know. Orion is built on a foundation of responsibility, transparency, and long-term vision. Friends, I want to leave you with this. Our community is not measured by its size, but by its heart, by how deeply it loves. And I really want to focus on that this year, how deeply we love and how far we dare to see. Please join me in this vision. Love, explore, and local. I want to thank you all tonight. I want to thank Woodside Church and all of our amazing partners, the best team in local government, our team. Let's give them a round of applause right now, please. On your way out, and if you're streaming this live, like my kids, you don't get these, but we have really cool stuff for you to take. So when you're adventuring in Orion this year, you have your carabiner, and when you're traveling out of Orion, you'll remember to come back home to us. And make sure you take that adventure list, and I mean it. Put it on your fridge and look at both sides. And join me in our quest to really show love. Let's let the good crush the evil. I want to thank our sponsors for the food tonight, which you're going to enjoy right afterwards. Let's give them an amazing round of applause. Ed's. You all know, if you're from Lake Orion, you know Ed's on Broadway. Lloyd and Kathy Coe, they let us go through and take every costume, and my team gets to choose how ridiculous I'm going to look every year. And I only got to wear one thing this year, so that was better than normal. And then Jenny, who really leads us from our team. Where's Jenny at? There's Jenny Botti. Thank you, Jenny. And all of our incredible staff. And then the incredible Joe Johnson, who's in the studio right now, who puts together all these videos, and he really is the creative mind behind a lot of this. Look, we like to have fun and tell our story in not a boring way. So hopefully we kept your attention and this was fun. And to send you on your way tonight, we have a very special video that I hope will spark the adventurous spirit in you. Orion Township, choose adventure.
Chris, my man, what's going on, dude?
What's going on? Hey, we're here. It's a beautiful day, and I think I'm going to jump out of an airplane.
Holy cow, whose freaking idea was that? Was that
her idea?
She set it up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're part of the team here, okay?
My buddy Julie raised $103,000 for Leukemia Lymphoma Society of Michigan, and so we're jumping out of a plane to celebrate today. I don't know if it's the greatest idea, but the coolest thing about this is my mom, who is kicking cancer's butt, is jumping out of a plane too. So I can't believe my mom is sitting here. She's going to jump out of a plane. It's so exciting. How about sitting here, 3 generations of Barnetts jumping out of a plane? We choose adventure.
All right. Hey, Judy! How are you? Ready to skydive, aren't you?
First time, yeah.
First time. You don't look nervous. A little bit? A little nervous?
A lot. So it'll be good.
Why?
Out my hand, me say me tell you to run. On the way, and nobody say, nobody on. Well, pick me up with golden hand. Me say me tell you to run. On the way, and nobody say, nobody on. Well, I would like to hold my little hand. How we will cry, how we will cry. I would like to hold my little hand. How we will cry, how we will cry. Send me in my way, send me in my way, send me in my way, send me on my way, send me in my way. Send me on my way. Send me on my way. I would like to reach out my hand. Me tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody on. Now pick me up with golden hair. Me say, me tell you to run. Nobody see me, nobody on. Well, I would like to hold my little hand. How you been, how you been, I would like to hold my little hand. How you been, how you been, send me in my way, send me in my way, send me in my way.
Thank you. Thank you, Orion. Thank you, friends. Thank you, neighbors. I hope we're still friends. Please go downstairs, enjoy food, enjoy each other's company. Please thank our sponsors with your business. Have a great night, everybody.